Hello and welcome to Furious Driving and to another breaking news, the now semi-regular update on stuff that's going on in the fleet that's not like a regular kind of big event kind of episode. So, big news this week. We've got more news on the Rover 2000, the P6, which featured in the last breaking news. I've also got some kind of sad news, which I'll open with right now. Now, you know, I really hate selling cars because I feel like they're like my children. I have to look after them and protect them. If they come into my little circle of influence, then they are my responsibility from here on in. Just because I've sold a car, I'm still responsible for that car, and whoever takes it next and what they do to it is kind of my fault. So for that reason I kind of hate selling cars. But at the same time, this is a YouTube channel. Cars have got to come, got to go. There's not room for everything all of the time. And bizarrely though, I told Mrs. Furious I'm going to sell a car, and normally her reaction would be, thank God for that, get rid of 10 more at the same time. But she was like, no, oh, what are you doing that for? I like that one. And it's this one. It's Hippo the Freelander, which is basically my most used car. So I'm doing the thing I hate most and selling the wrong one. Because I'm an idiot, basically. So yeah, long and the short of it. Now, do you remember my friend Jason, who about a year ago, we bought a £1,000 250,000 mile L322 Range Rover? What could possibly go wrong? You might be asking. But my justification was that, you know, it's £1,000. If he keeps it a year until the next MOT, it's cost him about £70 a month to own one of the most luxurious cars in the world and live like a king for a year. And even if we can't get through the next MOT, then it doesn't really matter, because, you know, it's cost so little. If you're financing something, it'd be 4 times that much and you'd have nothing to show for it. In this case, you can wait in for scrap and get half of that back. Anyway, MOT happened, and yeah, it was a big one. The main issues were there's a problem with the steering, there's a warning light that won't go out, and the air suspension has been on the bump stops for a while, and it turns out on deeper investigation that one of the ECUs that controls that area of the car is kaput. Repairing it is going to cost hundreds of pounds, and it's going to be like £1,000 repair, and it doesn't guarantee it's going to fix it. So realistically, even if I took it on as a YouTube project, it wouldn't be viable. It's too far gone, basically. So he needs a car, and he was moving it around garage to garage to try and find someone who could fix it, and ultimately it just went and wouldn't work anymore at all. And it had been absolutely fine. The engine was brilliant on that thing, and so something else electrical has given up. So he's in a bit of a quandary, and he was talking about it, and I was like, well, do you know what? Hippo's only really got one video left of a few MOT advisories and the headlining to do, and that's a day's work, which I was going to do at some point in the near future. Why don't you buy Hippo? And even as I said it, I was thinking, why am I saying those words? I love that car. But he needs a car, I need more space. Even when I got Hippo was the wrong car, the right car at the wrong time, if you like, or the wrong car at the right time. I wanted a 3-door petrol manual. This is a 5-door automatic diesel. So it's the wrong gearbox, and because it's diesel, I can't take it anywhere north of the M25, or inside the M25, which is quite a lot of places. And a few times Mrs. Furious has wanted to take it to work, and she works inside that zone a couple of days a week, so it's been no good for her. So the thought of moving it on had been in my mind for a while. So Jason's going to come and take a look at it later on today. I've not cancelled the insurance yet, obviously I'm driving it. He's going to make sure he fits in it and he likes it and he feels comfortable in it. Chances are this will be my last drive in Hippo, which is very sad indeed. As I say, I absolutely adore this car, but I'm going to be a bit of a car selling douche and pinch a few bits back off it, because Well, but it's my car at the moment, so I can. It's got genuine Land Rover floor mats in the front, which came out of my old Freelander back when I had one brand new back in 2002. And I've kept them all this time, so I want to keep them. Someone gave me a really nice boot mat from Junk in the Trunk, so I'm going to hang on to that one as well because that was given to me. And the tow bar, which Motorbars fitted about September time, so about 9 months ago. Jason's never going to use the tow bar. There's a fairly high chance I'll have another Freelander at some point, so I'm going to keep the tow bar. Is that fair enough? But he's getting a great car. Over the last year or so, it's had new brakes all around, new calipers, new discs, new pads, new wheel cylinders, new brake hard lines. I've flushed the gearbox and put new fresh oil in it. I've changed that solenoid in the gearbox. The windows have all been tinted. It's got UV tint in the front, so it should stay cooler in the summertime. It's really, it was one of my best looked after cars, and it's never let me down. The one time it's let me down was when that gearbox solenoid failed, and it still drove home. And I've just spent £100 having this sill on the driver's side welded up. So he's getting a great car, and I'm selling it to him way too cheap as well. Oh, nice MGF. But it opens up a slot on the driveway. It means we can get something else. I mean, I've been looking at early Discoveries, Defenders, G-Wagons, and of course, early three-door Freelanders. So it's not the end of my Freelander story. It opens up a slot on the drive for something else. I'm justifying it to myself to make it sound good. Mrs. Furious was really miffed. She's like, well, what are we going to put the roof tent on? How are we going to take the dogs out? You know, that kind of stuff. Practical things. The reasons why I'm not keeping the Alpha 159, for example, because, you know, it's not an estate car. We can't put the dogs in the boot. We can't put the roof tent on it. So, yeah. Also not ULEZ, by the way. Anyway, so this might be the last time that we go toddling around in the Freelander. So I'm sad to say it, but it's probably a good move. What I am going to say to Jason, though, is that part of the deal of him buying it is he's got to bring it back for all the MOT advisories, and we'll do a video on that. And he's got to let me look after it properly. I'm not having him drive this one into the ground. I mean, it bodes badly that he's never sold a running car. So this one, I'm going to take personal responsibility for his fleet management on this car. I'm going to wash it for him. He doesn't live local anymore. The reason you've not seen Jason on the channel and that Range Rover for a long time is he had to move away for family stuff, and now he lives a couple of hours away, so I don't really see him that often. But I'm going to make sure this thing comes back and gets looked after. Right, this is Freelander. Hippo, my favourite car. Bloody hell, what an idiot. Why am I such a plum? Why do I sell the wrong cars? I've got cars that are unreliable, I've got cars that are uncomfortable, I've got cars that are way too thirsty. This is frugal, comfortable and reliable and insanely practical. I've got a dead Alpha 159 2.4 engine in the barn which needs to be taken to a scrap place to weigh in, which I need this for, and I'm selling it today before I've done that. My thought processes are all over the place. My only solution here is to go and buy a Defender, or a three-door Freelander, or a G-Wagon, or a KN, or a Land Cruiser. Okay, I need some other kind of 4x4 in my life. Hippo's been good though. Hippo's been really good. I just got new tyres on it, new Falcon, what do they call them, the all-terrain tyres, which are really, really good tyres. When I was out filming with JM when he did a review on this car a little while ago, we both turned around in a very muddy field, and this thing just monstered it. It just ploughed straight through. The four-wheel drive works, the hill descent control works. This is such a good car. So what I'm really going to miss is driving this car, wearing my barber jacket and my flat cap and pretending I'm a sort of landed gentry, because I'm in my Land Rover. You can't do landed gentry in anything apart from a Land Rover. And the really, really fun thing with this car, it literally is a proper go-anywhere car. You can be driving down a country lane like this and go, wait, okay, I don't feel like going around the road, I'm going to carry on down here instead. And it will just do it. It's fantastic. This is proper go-anywhere car. It will drive down pretty much anything, and I've had it in places where you would not expect a car like this to go. It's amazing. On a Hoovy's garage, I think last week or earlier this week, he was talking about how he can use his Mitsubishi Evo to take a shortcut into town that saves him about 7 minutes. This thing can take shortcuts that Evo can't even look at. I love this thing. Oh, why am I selling it? I'm such an idiot. Oh well, right, let's go home and I'll do a quick show and tell on the Rover 2000, because that is also a thing. I took it for a test drive and I found a thing. Let's look at a thing. So, the Rover 2000. So, Jason did buy the Freelander. So that means it's going. It's out of our lives. I'm really, really sad to see this car go. It's the most sad I've been to see a car go in a really long time. Oh, wait a minute. How am I going to get home? After the video last time, when I fitted the new seatbelt, I did take it for a drive down, just down the road to the gym. I had a nice little drive out and it was really enjoying it. The car started on the button. It was idling a little bit fast. The fast idle and the choke need a bit of tweaking just to get that just spot on. But it was running perfectly. But by the time I'd done about sort of 3 or 4, maybe 5 miles, the engine was getting up to temperature and that kind of stuff. Then it started losing power and cutting out and stuff, and I couldn't really figure it out. And I looked under the bonnet, and knowing these cars quite well, I spotted the problem quite quickly. Now, I'm going to show you this area here, and people who know these cars quite well might spot this instantly. People who don't know these cars quite well might spot a clue, and it's the side put in. It's that kind of pot on the side of the carburetor. That should be shiny. It's actually black, which is bad. And the reason why is the heat shield is missing. So the exhaust manifold just there is boiling the fuel straight out of the carburetor. So it's getting like fuel vapor going through the carb rather than actual petrol, which is a problem. I'm sure you'll agree. The reason it's off is because I had been tweaking around with the earths on the engine, putting better earths because it was struggling to start. Because I don't know if you remember this, going back quite a while ago, the engine mount rubbers had kind of collapsed, and I used hockey pucks to replace them because they're the right thickness. They are incredibly dense rubber, so the cushion actually works really well. But the original mounts, it turned out, I realised afterwards, had got a metal insert in them, and that was giving it earth from where you mount it on the engine mounts into the engine itself. So I've had to put some extra earth straps on there, and for that reason, this was in the lock-up garage around the corner, not sitting underneath the carburetor. So my take 2 of starting the car and getting it going again, give that little carb pot a bit of a polish up with some Brasso, get it looking shiny again, and then put that heat shield back in there. I had a similar thing going back a few years. I think it was in 2010 when we were Team Rover and Out. Mrs. Furious and I, in pre-Furious driving days, Team Rover and Out took this car on the Beaujolais run. We did a couple of 1,000 miles from England into France. Had a great time. Took it around race circuit. It was brilliant. Got lapped several times by Anthony Reid because this was running very badly because it blew a silencer. I'd done so much prep work on this car and then a silencer blew, which really was a problem because it vibrated the exhaust system so much over the following 1,000 miles, it cracked the exhaust manifold, and so it was blowing boiling hot exhaust gases right onto the carburetor, and the car just ran like terribly, like that. It was rubbish. I was going to say swear. You can't say I swear on YouTube. They demonetize you. So yeah, that should now, with the application of 3 very small bolts, be back and up and running again when I've put that back on again in the morning. Right, that is the update on the Rover 2000. Now, I'm not an animal, I'm not mean. I've taken Jason's lovely floor mats out of the Land Rover, but I've got him a nice set of felty ones out of the 75. These can live on in that car. Meanwhile, this car can have a lovely set of genuine Rover floor mats that someone gave me for junk in the trunk a while ago. They need to be soapy vacuum thinged, and that will make him an awful lot nicer. I might do that in a minute as well. So we've had Hippo news, we've had Rover 2000 news, we've had Rover 75 news. The only thing left to do now is Crown Vic news, because we've still got the check engine light on for some reason. So I've borrowed my dad's nice scanner doodah thingy. So we're going to check in the diagnostics and find what's wrong with it. I'm 107% sure it's just because the fuel level went a little bit low and it does a weird vacuum thing and then causes me some problems. Yes, it's noticed it's a Crown Victoria and it's 2002 model year. Okie dokie. No, it doesn't have traction equipment. We've got two problems to talk about. Okay, well that's helpful. I did a quick erase, it still had the one error remaining, done a self-test, and it says inconclusive, so that's super helpful. So we've got a problem with the powertrain control module. Right, so I'm going to do the various fault tests it can offer me with the engine running. Didn't like it with the engine off. This is the car revving itself for the test, not me doing that. Oh, I'll tell you what though, check engine light's gone out though. Maybe there isn't a fault after all. I can hear stuff ticking and clicking and swishing inside the car, and the engine light and the lights have come on as well. Come on car, do your thing. It's making some strange noises while it's doing this. It's going through a weird kind of rev cycle of ups and downs of the rev range and turning everything on and off. The only thing that's come up with a fault is the brake switch B circuit fault, so maybe the brake lights, but then the brake lights do work, so I don't know why that would be an issue. Okay, well, I'm going to call that as probably not a problem and the car's just being confused about stuff. I'm just sitting here editing this and I've just realised why it's got a brake light fault error. It's because we've butchered the system from the US system to the UK system, so it's going to be confused by that, hence the fault. Yes, I'll quick erase. No, okay, never mind then. Fine. At least the check engine light is no longer on, so that in itself is a win. Okay, so this has been a slightly sad update because, you know, it's a day on and already I'm missing Hippo. I had to take my son out today to go and do a walk for school, and my first thought was, great, we're going to go somewhere muddy, I'll take Hippo. He's got his muddy boots on, it's going to be perfect. And I thought, oh, we can't. We have to take a clean car and it's not going to be right. And then I've got to move some other dirty stuff. And I thought, oh, I'll take Hippo. Oh, no, I won't. So yeah, already I'm thinking I need a Hippo replacement. I need Hippo 2 to come in fairly quickly. I do miss Hippo. Jason though did message me later on and say he got home perfectly safely. He lives about 2 hours away, and of course Hippo didn't put a foot wrong. Hippo is perfect as always. Missed that car, but you know, all good. And the Rover 2000 is of course also apparently now better, we hope, and the 75 have had the ECU come back to me, and there'll be an update on that in an upcoming video very shortly indeed, hopefully. Well, maybe next week sometime. Right, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, of course, you know it's the rules. And yes, I've got some more car fixing to do. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.